The Santokyai, a recently introduced medium fighter alien ship manufactured by Aopoa and made for combat. Now don't let the medium deceive you here. This is one of the most agile ships you will find out there because of its gimbal thruster technology that Aopoa often like to use. Now this really helps when you're slowing down, speeding up, taking off, all the above, because the thrusters kind of rotate towards the direction you're moving. It feels very nice and flies very smooth. There is a slightly premium feel to this ship too when you're in a cockpit, and it feels quite complete as it is. You kind of get brought to the ship, you don't really have to walk to it, and the seat lifts you up into the cockpit. It's very cool. Now starting off with a ship tour, and as you can see on the exterior, it looks very nice, but just here we have access to some external storage below the cockpit. You usually click this button here and it will take you into it, but because I'm not in the PTU, it's a little bit different. And then before we go in, I'm just going to go around here. You can see here, it kind of breathes in a way, goes in and out. It's a very nice looking feature. It's very cool. But going towards the back, we have access to some components. There's one on either side of the wings. You access it with a button just there. Two drop down, and on this wing just here also. There we go. Easy access there. Another button just here on the rear, which also gives you access to some components. They all drop down very nicely. The tail opens up at the back. It's very, very cool. Closing that back up though. Very nice. There's also access to the fuel port back here. So if you wanted to ever refuel, you just click this button at the back there. That pops out just like so. And then closing it up again. Now, you cannot access the actual pilot seat from this right side looking at it from the back. You have to access it from the left side from looking at it from the back, but there's a little button here which you'd usually access. You open it up like that, it all pops out like that. It's very nice when a little seat drops down and collects you in a way. Then this kind of glass door closes behind you, all seals you up. It's very cool. Now if you have a look around in the interior of the ship, you can see we can literally see all around us to the right, above, pretty much all the way left, down. The only place we can't see is directly below us, but you can see basically all around it, so there's not too much of a problem. You gain access to two screens that you can customize just here. Not too many, but it's alright for a fighter. And as you can see, the actual joysticks, they are replaced with these kind of orbs which look really nice, and you rotate your hand around them instead of actually moving them in a way. These are kind of like your switches. They go up and down like that. These are very nice as well. Lots of design features and choices gone into this. You can also eject. But that's kind of it for the ship tour. Now there'll be some combat footage in the background, so you'll be able to see what the manoeuvrability of the ship is like over there. By the way, if you could subscribe, that would be much appreciated, thank you. Now starting off with the weapons armor and manoeuvrability, and this ship comes with 4 sized 3 laser repeaters, which when combined all together they do deal quite a bit of damage to other ships, but I do have to say they run out of energy quite quick unless you put power to weapons, which you can do in one of the screens, so just keep that in mind. Easily destroys small ships though. It also has 8 size 2 Tempest 2 missiles which come out of the wings of the ship, 2 on each, 2 holes. And for a shield, it gets a size 2 medium shield, which is very nice and is a big step up from a size 1 if you've ever tried using one of them in combat. Now its manoeuvrability is something special. It feels really nice to fly and has a very quick acceleration and deceleration. This allows you to loop other medium ships which you could be fighting, and it gives you that extra advantage over them. It feels just as good in the atmosphere and in space, which is a really nice thing. Just make sure you aren't in landing mode, as that severely affects the manoeuvrability. Now moving on to the ship prices, and for non-war bond it's £230.40, $288 or €267.84. And if you want to buy it with new money, so war bond, it will be £211.20, $264 or €245.52. And the paints which have been available are on screen now. Now for a quick overview, and I feel like this ship has been produced very well, and they definitely put a lot of detail into it when they were designing it. I love how much room you feel like you get in the cockpit, even though how small it is. It's great that you can see all around you. This definitely helps with combat. There does seem to be a small bug where the landing gear won't collide with the floor in the PTU, making landing a little bit trickier, but this could just be something that I've only had, and well, you might not get it. But anyway, I have to say that's it for this ship tour and overview, so thank you for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Duffer out.